Hello and welcome back to the Inevitable Jim. We have a special holiday bonus video for you. Pamela Anderson's here.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Yep, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all the viewers. I hope you're having a great holiday season, and we thought we'd just sit down and chat with you a little bit. I'm getting all kinds of comments. I get lots of emails, and thank you very much. We appreciate the emails. Pamela reads all the questions, or reads all the comments on the video all the time. I read all the emails, and I do try to comment and reply to everybody. But there's so many questions, and I thought we'd just do a little video, answer some of these questions. Plus, as a bonus, we are going to do an expanded viewer rides during this video. I got a bunch of, man, you guys work on some cool stuff. I say it over and over, but I showed Pamela some of the pictures.
Oh my gosh. So many. There are so many cool rides out there.
Why don't we start off with a couple rides right out the chute? How about we do that? Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I got a whole list of here, and I had to make notes. Dudes, man, I could not remember all of them. So first off, now, Bill, you sent me a picture. Oh my gosh. Bill has a 1963 Mercury Meteor. He put in a 3.0 I haven't even been drinking yet. He put in a 302 V8 and an AOD trans, and he road trips the snot out of this car. And he has a pretty cool puppy co-pilot. Check out the picture right here.
Oh, cute puppy.
Yes, yes. And then Marty. You know what, Marty? I love me a nice old Ford F-150. Marty has a 58,000 original mile 84 F-150 right here.
Sweet.
Straight six. You can't kill that 306 cylinder.
Hey, it's a truck.
It's a truck. I love a straight old Ford truck. Thanks for sending me the pictures of that one, Marty. Now, Jim, he sent me pictures of his 64 Studebaker Avanti. Now, his father and uncle and himself restored this car when he was 11 years old. And I tried to do the best math I could based on your email. I'm guessing you did the restoration about 1987. Now, right here it is. It's rocking a small block Chevy 350. Gorgeous car.
Beautiful.
He bought it from his father, and he has said it's never going anywhere. So
I love that.
thanks for sharing that, Jim. We'll get back to a few more readers' rides here, viewers' rides. But questions and comments. So, well, I suppose why don't we start with you? We tried to write them down here, and I'm going to let Pamela pick of the list which ones she wants to ask me, and I actually have a few here to ask her. So,
All right. So, Jim, why did you start the YouTube channel?
why did I start the YouTube channel? First of all, it's all Dalton's fault.
It is. Thank you, Dalton. I love you, though.
Dalton's a very good friend of mine. You've probably seen him on Pole Barn Garage. If you haven't, why not? You should be checking it out. Dalton and I became friends. Long story short, met Dalton. We hit it off, and I've been on some of the adventures with him, and he kept telling me, Jim, you should do this. Jim, you should do this. I'm like, Dalton, I don't know anything about cameras. I don't know anything about cell phones. I've been doing this stuff for so long. I mean, gosh, it's been almost 40 years now. The internet didn't exist. And he said, no, if I can do it, you can do it. So finally he talked me into it. He says, you know, you're already doing this stuff. You might as well video it and share it with the world. So there you go. That's honestly why I did it. He just convinced me to share it with everybody.
Yeah, so we see you on Pole Barn Garage videos from time to time.
Yep.
And a lot of viewers ask, are you neighbors with Dalton?
I suppose I can see the confusion there.
Yeah.
They see me in Dalton's videos, so they think we're close. No. I live 5 hours from Dalton. So he's down in the Kansas City area. I'm up in the Cedar Rapids, Iowa area. No, we're 5 hours apart. We are not neighbors, but you know what? It doesn't matter how far away you are. Car guys are car guys, and the community's awesome no matter where you are. Dalton and I have a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll be doing more stuff together. We just have a great time.
Plus, could you imagine if those two were neighbors? Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that would be.
No, I don't think we could be neighbors and still live in a civilized world.
I don't think the world could handle both of you.
Not that close.
Not that close.
In proximity,
Yeah.
no. I got one for you. Here it says,
All right.
is your name really Pamela Anderson? You would not be surprised how many times we get asked that.
I get asked it all the time, and yes, my name is Pamela Anderson. However, I married into the Anderson. Was not my maiden name, but yes, I am Pamela Anderson. Fun fact, I don't know if it's fun or funny, but when we got married, and they pronounced us husband and wife, when we were walking back down the aisle, my husband had the theme for Baywatch playing, which totally went over my head.
Buddy of mine was the DJ. Oh yeah, I did that. Why don't you hit one here? Let's see what we got.
Okay, what do you do with all the cars you revive?
Oh, well, very good question. Honestly, I don't keep most all of them. I mean, you can't keep them all. And I've been doing this for so long now. I think I actually owned over 250 or 300 cars. The biggest thing about the revival is saving the car from the crusher. I don't want it to get crushed. I don't want to see it go to the junkyard, or worse yet, sit there and continue to rot away forever. Those cars have had created memories for somebody. They've been instrumental in someone's life. If I can take that car and save it from that situation, revive it, bring it back to life, and give it a second chance at life, then it can go on and make memories for someone else. And so the biggest thing for me is just saving the vehicle and then finding the next caretaker for that vehicle. Now, every once in a while, one does kind of latch on to me, and I do kind of keep it.
Once in a while?
Once in a while. I might have a few around here. But
just a few.
But the thing is no, I don't keep most of them. Honestly, most of them are for sale. The Cougar will be for sale. We got a Lincoln coming up. That'll be for sale. The Pontiac Grand Safari wagon that everybody's seen. I still have it.
We still have it.
Yeah, I've considered selling it. So if you're interested in that, get a hold of me. But no, most of them I send them off to a new home, and I don't ask much over what I've got in them when I'm done. So yeah, it's more about where the car goes, saving it, and so we can go on and make memories for someone else.
Yeah, that's wonderful. We get this a lot. What type of dog is Sandy?
Oh, Sandy? Well, she's right down there, laying down on the floor. She's a Pembroke Sheltie. She's a cross between a Welsh Pembroke Corgi and a Sheltie. And she has a whole lot of intelligence mixed in there. She is smart. So she's got Dad wrapped right around her paw, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very much so.
She just looks at me like, and it's like, okay, yeah, you can have that.
So how old is Sandy?
Sandy is 11 going on 12. She's getting up there. She's still a happy dog. She's doing really good now. A few weeks ago, actually when we started the Cougar, right about that time, she was chasing a squirrel and went for a tumble and hurt herself pretty bad. She was actually partially paralyzed her back legs, and
It was scary.
It was a pretty scary time, but she has rebounded well, and she's doing great. So Sandy's right down there looking at us like, "You done yet?" But no, Sandy's a Pembroke Sheltie, and she's doing great. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Right.
Here's one. I even asked you. What's with all the stickers on the cabinets?
You might see in the background of some of the videos, there's automotive stickers on a lot of the cabinets. It started years ago. I just started saving those stickers and putting them on. And maybe in one of the videos I'll show you, I've got a total of 4 of them now, completely covered. And the thing is I consciously make sure, to the best of my ability, there's no duplicates. Now, there might be 2 of this from the same company, but it's a different style sticker, you know. But yeah, what I'd really like, hey, there you go. If any of you have some vintage, old school automotive performance, anything automotive related stickers, I'd love to have some more. I'd like to get some vintage ones. And I've got a ton of modern ones and some vintage, but yeah, hit me up. I'll put an address. I have an address I'll be putting in the descriptions for snail mail packages or whatever, or email me, theinevitablejim@gmail.com. Yeah.
All right.
My turn.
Oh, his turn.
All right. I laughed at this one. How does Jim get away with buying all these cars? My wife would kill me if I did it.
You know, I get asked that a lot by my friends, even my family. I see Jim's passion for these vehicles, and really, I love that spark in him. And it's about bringing the car back to as close as he can to what it was, to carry on those memories and to pass them on to other people. And you know, he could be out gambling, partying. I love a car guy. Come on, car guys are the best.
She knows always. If I'm not in the house, she knows where I'm at. I'm down here. Yeah. I'm either at work, in the house, or down here. So.
And plus, he's pretty handy. So.
I got cool tools. I got a badass set of tools.
Hey, you talking about tools? What kind of toolboxes do you have?
Oh yeah, I had somebody ask me about that. So Menards is a home improvement store, mostly in the Midwest. It's not everywhere, but Menards, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. That's actually the Mastercraft, or Master Force.
Master Force.
Yes, the Master Force brand from Menards, believe it or not. I loved the color and I liked the size of the drawers. And the drawers don't have a detent. It has you pull up and tilt and latch, because I hate detents, because you slam it and then to get past the detent and all your tools slide to the pad. So yeah, Master Force from Menards, blue ones. Actually pretty good deal, I love them.
So blue, your favorite color?
Blue's kind of my favorite color, yeah. A dark midnight metallic blue is my favorite color. You might see the car that has that someday, I don't know, we'll see. I kind of keep that one close to the vest. I want to do a few more viewer rides, okay? Yeah. So Rob, oh man, this one was, Rob, dude. A Lincoln Mark 8, 1993 Lincoln Mark 8. I have a soft spot for the Mark 8s, because I was actually working at a Lincoln Mercury dealership when they first came out, the Lincoln Mark 8s. And you know the funniest ad I saw for the Lincoln Mark 8 was so cool. It came out, and you can Google it, I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Lincoln ran this ad, and they showed the car performing and everything, and the ad came out. This was ballsy. It came out and said, the Lincoln Mark 8, drive everything else first.
Wow.
And then come see it. But he has a 93 Lincoln Mark 8, which, by the way, was the first year for the Lincoln Mark 8. He bought it from the second owner and has done several repairs, and he daily drivers the snot out of this thing now. It's right here. The Lincoln Mark 8s,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, well, it's cool because they have basically a Cobra motor in, 4-cam Cobra motor. Nice car, Rob. Thanks for sharing that with me. And then Jeff in Ohio. Now, Jeff, this is a pretty cool one. I got to show you this picture right here. See, that thing is in pieces. It's in pieces. It is an 04 Mercury Marauder. He bought this thing in 2021 with a locked up engine. Okay, the car had been sitting neglected. Had a bit of a story. I can't share the whole story, but so yeah, look at that picture. He's doing a complete frame-off restoration on this thing. The Mercury Marauders are a very limited edition car. Nice car, nice work. That's going to be worth something someday.
Oh, I can't wait to see that done.
Yeah, you better send me a picture when it's done, Jeff. I want to see when it's done. Now, this one's kind of cool because I love oddball cars. So Jay sent me a picture of his 1982 Dodge Omni 024 right here. And he bought that thing from the original owner. And his wife wants him to get it running and driving really good. She wants to daily drive it and make it her grocery getter.
My first car ever was a Dodge Omni.
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
So thanks for sharing that with me, Jay. I love seeing the pictures of your rides. So let's get back to some more questions.
My turn, yours?
There's more on my list, sorry.
I know. That popularity.
Nah.
We get this a lot. Is Richie our son?
Richie. We do get that a lot. Okay, Richie's stories. He lives here. He's not down by Dalton. He's in the Sea Rapids area. I met Richie, honestly, at work. I hired him as an apprentice technician at my shop. So Richie actually was my employee for a while. And then he honestly, he got a great offer to go work for a company and be the fleet mechanic on big trucks. That was kind of where his passion was, so he took that position and moved on. And him and I have stayed friends. He is a fine young man. I love Richie to death, so he's darn near like his son, but he's got his own parents. But no, he's not my son. He was actually just a former employee that he's become an awesome friend. And
he is a great man, young man. His parents raised him right.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Very good. So, how do you get lucky to find all these revivals?
Okay, I'm sorry. There's no luck involved, guys. And Dalton will back me up on this. Here's the thing: you want to go out and find the deals? They're out there. They're on Marketplace. They're on Craigslist. They're wherever you have shopping. You just gotta be. You gotta put in the hours. You've got to watch it. You've got to keep an eye on it every day. You check it, and you got to be prepared to buy. You got if you're just looking and tire kick. No, have your money saved up. Know what you want, and start watching it every day. And when that right car pops up, jump on it and be prepared to buy. So the perfect example, and you don't have to pay a fortune. Sometimes these people ask reasonable prices. The Pontiac Grand Safari wagon, I paid full asking price.
Yeah.
And you saw all the work we did to it, and it turned out to be a beautiful car. I have less than $5,000 in that car done, and it's an amazing station wagon.
Oh, it rides so nice.
The Mercury Cougar that we've been working on, all said and done, when I get completed, I'll have maybe $2,500 in it. Where can you get a virtually almost rust-free 70s cruiser that is going to have most all the mechanical issues set for less than $2,500? You know, the thing is, sometimes they put exorbitant prices, but you just got to get in touch with them, talk with them, get the story. On this one, it had a stupid price. It really did.
It did.
And it was listed for weeks and weeks. And I finally just said, you know what, I got to see what the story is on this price, because some of the details weren't making sense. I called the guy. Turns out Dan's the guy that owned it. He was selling it for his dad. His neighbor listed it. He thought his neighbor was smoking crack at the price, which I agree. And Dan said it'll never sell for that much. I just wanted to have my dad sell some of these things. And we talked, and he was reasonable. I said, what do you have to have for it? He says, I would take X amount. And I said, okay, I'm on my way. I hooked up the trailer. I was there later that day. And then lo and behold, he's the one that also told me about the Lincoln Continental that's coming up. I ended up buying 2 cars. So that's just it. You talk to these folks. I go down. I bought this. I start telling him about what I do. He tells me about another one they have, and I buy that one too. It turned into a twofer. So it's not about lucky. It's about spending the time and the hours, watching the ads, and being prepared to buy.
Yeah, you do that quite a bit.
Yep, be prepared
All
to
right,
buy.
so I get asked this a lot, and the viewers have asked this too. Who sponsors your car hobby
Oh,
and
gosh.
channel? Because it must be expensive.
Yeah, well, first of all, yes, it's not cheap. It helps that I don't keep the cars. Most of the time, I don't keep the cars. So I flip them and I make a little bit for my time, and then I put the money into the next one and the next one. You got to understand, I've been an automotive enthusiast for 40 plus years, and over the years, I've built up, you know, make a little money on this one, move to this one, and move to this one, get a little bit bigger shop, get a bigger toolbox, get a bigger hoist, things of those nature. It's just time. It's just time. You know, nobody sponsors me. This is all out of my own pocket. Every penny of it is out of my own pocket. I do have a few, well, actually, believe it or not, since I've started, I've got a couple affiliates, lugnutguys.com. They help out with like wheel attachment, lug nuts, spacers, and stuff I might need. So thanks, Jeff, and the guys at lugnutguys.com. And then I just recently did a video collaboration for V-Vert on the aero hydraulic jack. So I got a $100 jack out of that. So no, majority of it's all out of my pocket. So that means, hey, merch, by the way, right here. Yeah, I'm wearing the new hat. Pam's got, we'll show them the back. So it's a two-sided shirt. Dun, 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 check it out. So yeah, theinevitablejim.com. So go to theinevitablejim.com. Pick yourself up a shirt. We have the black hats, we got blue hats, and we got stickers. Stickers for your ride. That's all we got for selection now. We're working on a few other ideas and such, but actually, Dalton turned me on to his merch guy. So same guy that makes Dalton Pole Barn Garage stuff was nice enough to take me on as an account, and Marcus is making our stuff too. So the shirts run just a FYI. If you are 1X, order a 2X. You know, they run it a little smaller on the sizes, but other than that, nice shirts. Nice shirts.
Yeah.
So yes, shirts, memberships, whatever, help us out. The call comes out of my pocket. Okay,
Yes.
my turn.
Oh.
Do you actually like helping in the garage when Jim asks you to come down and bleed brakes and stuff?
Actually, I do. I grew up on a farm in Iowa.
Farm girl.
I'm a farm girl. I grew up tomboyish, and my dad is a mechanic. And so I always helped him. I was his shadow, and I love it. I don't know a lot about cars, honestly, but I can change my own oil. I can change flat tires, and I make sure everything, all the fluids are, level and everything. But I love coming out in the garage. Yeah, I really do.
I got me a good one, guys. Hey, let's hit some more readers' rights. Because I got quite a few to do here. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, so TJ from Tennessee, dude, he's got an 84 square body. Now the cool thing about this one, it's unique, 6.2 diesel. Now a lot of guys are going, oh, 6.2 diesel, but hey, this one's running like a top. Now it's rust free, has some cool patina. Check out the picture right here. Yep. He does want to do an LS swap in it someday, so TJ, you'll get there. Do the LS swap on that bad boy. Now, Tom in Ohio has sent me a picture. His neighbor wrecked his 2010 Mini Cooper S. And he bought it from the neighbor wreck. It's got a 6-speed. Here's the car right here. Oh, he's been rebuilding it over the last 3.5 years. His inspiration is he wants to have a manual transmission car to teach his children how to drive a stick.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Please. I was driving a stick at an early age. Actually, if you don't teach them, though, no one can ever steal your car nowadays because a lot of these kids don't know how to drive them.
They call it the millennial anti-theft device.
Yeah.
And then Justin sent me a picture. Justin sent me a picture of his 1966 Ranchero with a 289 V8. Now, he wants to do a few upgrades on it. Here's his ride right here.
Nice.
He wants to do a few upgrades on it. He's hoping to hit Power Tour with it next year. So keep an eye out for Justin at Power Tour next year. All right. We'll come back to some more in a minute. Question.
All right, Jim.
Yes.
What is your favorite brand of vehicle?
Favorite brand of vehicle? Obviously, in my heart is Ford's. My first car was a Mercury, so I kind of fell in love with Fords at an early age, I guess I could say. Fords, Lincolns, and Mercuries in the 70s is my sweet spot, but I love them all. Any old car, I really, 70s is my sweet spot. I like some 60s, like some 80s, but 70s is a sweet spot. Ford, Lincoln, Mercury.
Ford, Lincoln.
Yep.
All right. I grew up, my dad was a Dodge man. My grandpa was a Chevy man, and my other grandpa was a Ford. And during holidays, they would line all of their trucks up and go, yeah, they'd line their trucks up on a country road and they'd drag race to see who
had the fastest one.
So I grew up with all of them, but I am partial to Fords.
This chair keeps sinking on me. I need a new chair at the shop.
Oh,
getting shorter.
Great Christmas idea.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So what's your favorite food?
Favorite? Tacos.
Oh, Mexican. He
Tacos.
can eat Mexican every day of the week.
Tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos. How about you? I can answer this for you, but what's yours?
Pizza. I could eat pizza every day of the week.
Supreme.
Any kind, supreme.
Yeah. Supreme with all the veggies.
All the veggies.
Yes. Okay, which car of Jim's is your favorite? I guess we got to rephrase this one. Which car in the garage is your favorite?
Well, honestly, my favorite is mine. I have a 1954 International pickup truck. It was my dad's, and I bought it from him. It had sat out behind his shed for
35 years?
35 years. And
with a blown engine.
With a blown engine.
Here's a picture of it right here, of how we found it right here.
That's my truck. And I rode everywhere with my dad in that. My dad is my hero. Always has been, always will be. And every week I would call him and say, hey Dad, when are you going to sell me the truck? When are you going to sell me the truck?
And he wouldn't sell it.
He wouldn't sell it.
And shocked her a couple years ago. Just shocked her. It's been 2 years now.
August 12th.
Yep.
August 12th of 22. called him and I said, "Hey, Dad, when are you going to sell me the truck?" And he goes, "I'll let you know." I was like, "Oh my God, Jim, I don't care what it costs. I'm buying this truck."
So, okay, tell everybody, what did it cost? How much did it cost?
The truck cost me
Was it
$21.94.
And why was it $21.94?
I bought my 1954 International truck for a bottle of Bacardi rum.
Traded even up. I'd say she got a good deal. Now, that was actually Richie and I's first collaboration together. Richie and I spent 7 weeks, no weekends, just weeknights, and took it from the first picture I showed you right here, and here's what it looks like now. Boom. Actually, she calls it Pops, and Pops is actually going to be coming up in a video on the channel here coming up this winter because I'll explain in the video, but Pops is coming up on the channel. He's getting a new engine. We're going to replace it, and I'll tell you why all in the video, and I'll show you a whole bunch of videos, or a whole bunch of pictures in that video of what he looked like and everything we did. But yeah, in 7 weeks, we got it, went from the first picture to what it looks like now.
I just remember sitting on my dad's lap, him driving, going to town in it, us kids always riding in the back, and if I could, I would have that be my daily driver
Yep.
for the rest of my life. Love that thing.
We're working on getting it up to that reliability status. So, how about what else you got there?
Okay.
This chair's still sinking. I'm getting shorter and shorter. We're just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, roll with it. What is a car you would really like to find out there?
Oh no, like a bit older car.
Yeah, older car.
Oh, hands down. Okay, and if any of you know where this is at,
Please let him know.
1974, 5, 6, 7, or 8 Ford Country Squire station wagon in maroon, dark blue, or green. The dark green. And I want to find a showroom condition one. I want a nice one. If you know where there's a nice one, and it doesn't have to be perfect, just nice. And bonus points if it's sitting in a garage for 20 years. Oh, I would fly out, do the revival, and drive it home, man.
That's all he talks about. Seriously. So if anybody
yeah.
out there, please let us know.
We got a 7.8 Ford wagon coming up on the channel, but it's not a Country Squire, and it's okay condition. It's not super nice, but yeah.
Okay, here's
Get a hold of
one.
me. What?
So, all the money in the world.
All the money in the world.
All the money in the world.
I'm liking where this is going.
What would be your dream vehicle out of all the vehicles and all the money in the world?
It would have to be a 2017 Dodge Viper with the Aero package in all jet black. I'm telling you, I got a picture on my cell phone of this. I'll see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can snap it up. Hopefully, it'll pop up here if I can download it from the phone. From the front, it is the definition of sinister. Oh my gosh. I might need a moment alone and a cigarette after looking at that picture.
So you're a bad boy.
Of course I'm a bad boy. It's just the most sinister looking car I've ever seen. But I don't have $250,000 laying around, so probably not going to happen anytime soon. Let's see. Do you ever go on revival trips with Jim?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have.
She's gone and picked up a few pickup stuff, but one big trip.
My favorite trip of all time is we went to pick up a 1963 Ford Galaxy in a chestnut reddish brown color.
It's called chestnut. Chestnut's the color.
Oh, okay.
Chestnut's the color, yes.
In Colorado, and I tell you what, that was the most beautiful and fun trip. Was hot out, and of course, we have our air conditioning.
Yeah. 465 air, 4 windows down, 65 mile an hour. It is a 4-door.
It is a 4-door, and I tell you what, it was like riding a Barca Lounger on wheels. It was so comfortable, and just the beautiful scenery of Colorado.
I'll come up with a few. I got pictures of it here. I'll put a picture right up here. This is how I found it. This is what it looked like.
So that's been my favorite.
Yeah, I will tell you. I kept that one. I will tell you, it is the most original, unmolested survivor car I have ever found. And when I found it, it had like 25,400 original miles, fully documented. It is, it's a sweet
beautiful.
ride. I'm glad I drove Dalton to the shop in it when we got his Tahoe.
Yeah.
So Dalton's ridden it. But anyway, nice. I just, that car, it runs like a sewing machine. And then so, maybe I'll do a little something on it. But she flew out. It sat for years and years. I spent a day and a half getting it running. Then she flew out. We hopped in it and drove it 1,100 miles home.
And I tell you what, trouble-free. And the best part about that trip was people driving up beside us,
Yes.
honking, giving us thumbs up, waving. It was just such a blast.
Yeah, and that was before I had the YouTube channel and such. So, I want to get in a few more readers' rides here. So, Harvey sent me a picture of his '92 Mazda Miata MX-5. Now, right here, he got this from his nanny 4 years ago, and obviously he's in Europe, judging by the plate somewhere. He didn't send me his location. It kind of struck a chord with me because I actually have a 1991 Mazda Miata, a silver one with 60,000 original miles. Nice car, Harvey. I love red, and that's also somebody else's favorite color.
Red. Anything red. Oh.
Now I know I'm gonna get the name right, but I'm gonna say Carrie. It might be Kari. Karri. He lives up in Wisconsin. Now he sent me a picture of his '78 Thunderbird right here. It has 84,000 original miles. Sat in a farm shed for years, and it's just the coolest green color, but it's a stripper model, meaning hardly any options.
Really?
And I kind of like those. I like those nice basic ones. Beautiful car. I like it. If you ever want to sell it, let me know. There's something about the looks of that car. I like that one. Ethan. Okay, now, Ethan, dude. Ethan bought from his grandma her '79 Lincoln Continental that she bought brand new. It's right here.
Beautiful.
Bought it brand new, and she drove it up until she was 97 years old.
Oh, I love that.
And then he bought it, and it's still in the family. Spoiler alert a little bit. Ethan, the blue leather interior you have in that car, the light blue, is the same color as the '78 Lincoln Town Car I have. I have a '78 Town Car with 33,000 original miles. Beautiful car, Ethan.
Beautiful.
I like that one. Let's hit another question before we go on too long here.
All right. What do you use to tow all these vehicles?
Oh, my tow rig?
Yeah.
I got a 2007 Ford Expedition, nothing fancy. I have an enclosed trailer. You've probably seen it out the garage door in a couple of the videos, and I have just a regular 20-foot open flat car trailer. You saw that in the video when we picked up the Cougar. It's just a 2007 Ford Expedition. I love the Expeditions. It has 276,000 miles on it.
That's a lot.
And I'll hop in it right now and go anywhere in the country. I bought it in Colorado because it had no rust with like 200,000 miles on it, because I thought, well, if the engine or transmission thing goes bad, I have a body that's still worth fixing, because here in Iowa, they're all rusted out. I put it away every winter. In fact, it's parked just right over there off screen. Just put it away for the winter. I did notice when I was doing the undercarriage wash this year, it is starting to get rust. So, that interesting point. If anybody out there knows where there's a 2007 to 2014 Ford Expedition, it can't be newer than a 14 because that was last year for the V8 option.
Okay.
Has to be a V8. I'm looking for that one. Just an XLT, doesn't have to be the Super King Ranch Mega with the automatic butt wiper. Just XLT, prefer leather. That 40,000 mile one that's sitting in some garage in, Kingman, Arizona, or Oklahoma, or over in Delta, Colorado, or something. I'm looking for a replacement. So if you know where one's at, I would be very, very interested in knowing about that.
And bonus, if you could find it in red.
Maroon. It'd have to be maroon.
Maroon.
Mine's, well, you've seen in the videos, it's kind of the tan.
Yeah.
I like the tan, just tan and silver. The biggest reasons is it doesn't show dirt. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Favorite color, we covered that everywhere.
Red.
You like red. Now, when Jim does these revivals, has he ever shown you a picture of one or told you, hey, I'm going to get this one, and you went like, oh, what the hell? You ever?
Oh, Yeah.
Okay, has there ever been one that you like, yeah, sure, you go, little buddy?
Honestly, and I've told you this, I
Yeah.
think, the wagon. And only because I remember riding in a station wagon, and I was the youngest of 4 children, so I always got thrown in the back. Well, I got car sick all the time. So the thought of the wagon
Yeah,
kind of really turned me off.
But now it's done.
Now it's done. I actually got to clean it. I got to ride in it, and I actually got to ride up front.
And you got your Christmas tree.
And I got
so-
my Christmas tree, so it's all good. But yeah, sometimes I think, oh, but then he brings them home, and I just love to see the progression of the revival, so I end up falling in love with them too.
Cool. I think I got so many more readers. We're gonna have to hit a few more cars here.
Okay.
Mike. Okay, Mike, you sent me a picture of this right here, the 76 Chrysler New Yorker.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, dude, I can feel the cush of them red seats. It looks just like a couch. I'm gonna toss in a second picture here. This is the front seat in Mike's 76 New Yorker. Tell me you couldn't just take a nap in that thing. And then Jeff up in upstate New York, okay, dude, he went and got this 67 Mercury Cougar. It'd been sitting in a barn since 1973. The small block that was in it shortly thereafter blew up. He got it running. Now he put in a 351 Cleveland with a top loader 4-speed.
Ooh.
Now that's got to be a fun car. He's constantly working on it, getting it a little better, but that's a nice one, Jeff. And then Mike in Maryland, dude, he has this 66 GTO. Now this is what it's about. It's all blacked out. Right here's the picture. He did his own engine. He did his own body. He did his own paint. And that's just it. Get out there and work on these things. And you could end up with a car like Mike's. It was a nice car. Thanks for sharing, Mike. I appreciate that.
I have
Yep.
one more.
Got one more, or we get running out of questions finally?
Well, we're getting there.
Okay.
What YouTube channels do you watch?
What
And would you ever want to do a collaboration with them?
Which YouTube channels do I watch? Well, obviously Pole Barn Garage. Okay.
It's a must.
It's a must. And who doesn't watch Vice Grip Garage? I got to meet Derek down at Duct Tape Drags this year. It was very much a hi, how you doing? And that was it. He's busy man. I of course love to hang out with Derek, but you know, I'm no. You understand? I'm nobody to these guys. Believe it or not, Dan with DD Speed Shop in Canada. Dan and his girlfriend Danny. She
It's
thinks.
his wife, I think.
I don't think they're married.
I don't know, but I love Danny.
She loves Danny. She's
I
a
love
riot.
you.
Danny, she's a riot.
Oh.
And Pamela loves Danny.
I love Danny.
I'd love to meet Dan. I love his sense of humor. I love how he approaches things. Yeah, he's clear up in Canada, but I'd make the trip because he's just a
I'd
cool
go.
dude. Just a cool dude.
Yeah.
And then there, a guy named Chad has This and That Garage down in Tennessee. Just a good old down-to-earth, salt of the earth, good old boy. I like watching his channel. So yeah, I'd hang out with him and do a collaboration. I watch Budget Builds.
Yeah.
I like to see some of their projects sometimes. It's kind of a father-son channel. And I've become friends with the Travis B down in Tucson. He does some projects with his dad and some cool vintage things. He's big into the Dodge diesels, which is cool. But the Travis B. So feel free to check out the Travis B, This and That Garage, Budget Builds, obviously Pole Barn Garage, and DD Speed Shop. Those are probably on the top of my list. Yeah, I'd love to do a collaboration with them, but obviously the ball's in their court because I'm nobody to them. They're going to have to call me. Well, except for Dalton. I can show up at his house anytime. You got another one?
I think we've kind of touched
We've
on
gone through
all
all-
of them.
okay, well, then we got more reader rides. Okay, let's see. Okay, now this one, I had to email him back and get a clarification because I mess with police cars. So Mark in the UK has a 2005 300C Hemi. And he turned it into a tribute police car right here. And his friend did all the vinyl. It's got lights, sirens, everything. And It has the word police plastered right all over it. Now that's a huge no-no here.
Yeah.
I've checked into it. I can have lights, sirens, radar, everything on the car here. I cannot turn on the lights or sirens on a public road, and it can't have the actual word police anywhere on it because it would be impersonating a police officer.
Yeah.
Big no-no. But he actually said over there in the UK, they think it's a riot, and they'll actually come up to him at the convenience stores. He sent me pictures of cops actually wanting to come up and get their picture taken with it.
Really?
Good on you. You can get away with it.
Wow.
I couldn't get away with that here. I'm going to save that one for last. Okay, so Caleb, you sent me a picture of your 72 Cutlass 4-door right here. I love me a crew cab. He's owned this for 24 years, and he over the years, he's upgraded. That thing's got a 455 stuffed in that big box.
Woo!
I bet you that's a fun one to drive, Caleb. And then Martin, I don't know, I didn't show you the picture of this one. This one. Martin has Martin's got lots of Pontiacs, okay? Out on Long Island, New York, Long Island. Don't worry about it, I got a guy. Forget about it. Anyway, I got some friends on Long Island. Anyway, Martin has, one of his Pontiacs is a 77 Le Mans Coupe right here. A whole lot of red. A whole lot of red.
Ooh,
and
you're speaking my color.
Martin's getting a second picture right here. Look at the interior. That's a whole lot of red.
That's a lot of red.
Yeah, that's a nice one, Martin. That thing is just screams 70s, and he daily drives that one when the weather's nice.
I love it.
That's a nice car, And the last one I want to hit, last reader rides. Now I keep calling it reader's rides, viewer rides. I'm stuck in the 80s with the magazines. They always listed reader rides in the magazine.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
you're a reader. You're a viewer. Sorry, I'm old.
We're old.
Now this young man is 22 years old, all right? And he sent me a picture of this 1957 Chevy. This thing sat in a barn in the Cincinnati area for 20 plus years. Now this young man bought this thing and he bit off a big piece of chew. He did the floors. He did the trunk pan. He did the rockers. He learned to weld. He has literally built this car with his own two hands. He's 22 years old.
Way to go.
Congratulations, Aiden.
I love that.
I love hearing that as well. And that's the thing. Just get out in the garage and work. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you've got some pictures of what your project or something you're proud of, it doesn't have to be finished. Show me what you're working on. Shoot me an email, theinevitablejim@gmail.com. Maybe I'll put it up here since my chair's sunk down. I always go like it sunk down here. Right there, theinevitablejim@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Show me what you're working on.
He
Pam
loves
and I
it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
I'm always
and I
saying-
do too.
I'm always saying, hey Pam, come look at this one. Come look at this one.
Any other questions for me?
I think we've hit them all. The biggest thing is we want to take a minute and answer a lot of these and do a nice holiday special. Pam's here with her coffee.
This is.
And her Santa cup.
I have a mug obsession. If it's a fun, cute mug, I have to have it.
Feel free to send her coffee mugs. She loves them. The funnier, the better.
And coffee is my go-go juice.
Oh yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, she has to have her coffee in the morning.
Well, all day. All day.
Where's Sandy
It's
go?
the drink of champions.
Where'd you go,
Sandy is
Sandy?
napping underneath the cougar.
Oh, she's over here underneath the cougar.
She's
taking a
underneath
little
the
nap.
cougar sleeping.
The dog's under the cat. Sorry, dad joke. So,
Yeah,
hey,
dad
you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We wanted to just take the time to visit with you and chat and do a little Q&A. And
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to share some of your rides. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I got to tell you that it absolutely shocked me how quickly and how much response I got. I appreciate every bit of it. I appreciate all those of you that are supporting the channel. Please hit the subscribe button. That helps with YouTube more than you can imagine. And then hit the little bell thing, the notifications that'll tell you when I got new videos out. And if it's completely optional, if you want to join the channel, I have a channel membership for $2.99 a month. That would greatly help, just offset some costs. But you don't have to.
No.
Just subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. keep the emails coming, keep the comments coming, ask as many questions as you want. Merch, theinevitablejim.com, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And hope you get having a good holiday, and you get to spend it with those you love. And just remember, go out there, work on that ride, have some fun.